So on the website, it'll have the updated costs.
Where on the website?
But you know exactly where.
Well, there's actually
On
field
the,
sections.
yeah, the new website still has a veterans field section, so it's on there.
Greg,
And then-
Greg, just a question. We were talking last week about 50 to 75,000 in a grant, so it's not around to 200, or is that more of a realistic expectation?
That's just, I think, a reaching for the sky request. So based on their division of the allotment of funds that they have to distribute to the other applications, it may be substantially less.
Because I got excited, because that 50 to 75 would pay for the splash park on the new plan that you presented, and that's just going to be, not to spill the beans, but it's a great amenity that we could buy for that.
Right.
And to answer, Mary, to answer your question, it's Wednesday, August 26th, right here, special meeting,
Fine.
7 o'clock. Okay? Anything else from anybody else? Okay. Can I please get a motion to approval of the minutes? The approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the mayor and council, the meeting of July 20th, 2015. Can I have an introduction to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Henwood.
Yes.
Councilman Waller.
Yes.
Councilman Monty.
Yes.
Councilman Bartolomeo.
Yes. Very good. Adoption of ordinances. The first one here is ordinance number 1523-2015, entitled an ordinance amending chapter 271, section 8B6 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater, construction and demolition hours. I'd like to open the meeting up to the public on this ordinance and the discussion on this ordinance only. Does anyone from the public wish to be heard on that? Mary?
Mary Hogan, 606 Article Avenue. I know it's written strangely because of, how it's done, and I don't have a whole ordinance here, but it says prohibited acts and exemptions. So it says, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Mayor, it says there is no construction, drilling, earthmoving, et cetera, between the hours of 6 p.m. and 7 a.m. the following day on weekdays and Saturdays, or any time on Sundays or legal holidays, provided that such equipment is equipped with functioning muffler, except emergency work and variances issued by the committee. So that means, if I can understand this correctly, they can start construction at 7 a.m. and finish by 6 p.m. I'm trying to do it the other way. They can't work on Saturdays, they can't work on Sundays, they can't work on legal holidays, except if their equipment is equipped with functioning muffler. Is that correct?
Yes, the same ordinance you had in town,
That's what it said.
same ordinance you had in town for years, except the time period.
Well, except everybody working on Saturdays, so I don't know where that came in. I figure that's new.
They had functioning mufflers.
Well, that's the problem, though. If they have functioning mufflers, then they can work on Sunday and they can work on legal holidays too, according to this, which was my other question. It doesn't matter if the equipment has mufflers, if they're moving dirt, stone, and whatever, they're gonna be making noise. So I don't know what that means in terms of that. The other question I had, because one of the construction sites, Kenny's old house, already has on their sign the new ordinance hours of 7 a.m. and to 6 p.m. And it says no parking. And my question was, this ordinance has to do with construction. Does that give them the right to say that nobody can park in front of that property during those hours? I don't see how that carries. I understand that they need to get, onto the property. But obviously they're using it to park their trucks, et cetera, et cetera. They have parking areas for their trucks.
Well, they can't close off their parking without permission of the police.
Well, I'm saying, but does this go to the police, or do the police issue special?
I don't know what the procedure here is in town, but if you have a construction site, police have to approve no public parking.
Okay, so the signs that are on the thing should say they're issued by the police, because I don't believe these are, but, well, they couldn't be because
I
they just
haven't
passed
seen
the
the
ordinance
signs.
tonight. and it's been up, during the week, and the ordinance yet has not been passed, so. I was just wondering if, when you have an ordinance for construction, does that give that person the right to say, nobody can park in front of my property?
No.
Okay. Because what's happening is on places where the driveways aren't in yet, people are parking like at night in front of those properties. And now, when you're cutting the hours, making them longer, I should say, for the construction, those people, as Peter said, those people now have to be out of there by 7 o'clock in the morning if they actually have the right to not have anybody parked in front of their construction site at 7 o'clock in the morning.
If you're going to close off public parking for any reason, public parking spaces, then you have to get permission from the police.
Okay, and what would that be in the form of? Do you know?
I don't know what form you use here, but most times it's an application advising them that you have a project,
Okay.
and you're going to need the spaces, say, from 7 to 6.
Okay.
And they usually put up a sign, I don't know how it works here internally, put up a sign, emergency no parking, 7 to 6.
No, there are signs up, but I don't know if police have put them up or if they're just construction companies put them up.
Since,
They say police.
No, they don't, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
since we're going outside the usual procedure and talking during the open session, let me just comment, what Mary's saying is correct. These people are anticipating they're gonna have cutouts, and eventually it's gonna be their property. Right now, it's not their property, so John Condado needs to be directed to tell that guy to take down the sign. They can't stop these people from parking, even during construction, quite frankly, because it's still a public street. Until they have a CO, until their cutouts are in there, until the houses are built, it's public parking. He's using the opportunity for a future ordinance that just is simply to move a half an hour back from 7:30 to 7. That's all this does, the only change it is, and you can argue either way, and I understand your points. But Mary has a good point, and John needs to be directed to monitor and stop it. They can't chase people out at 7 o'clock just because they're there. And it's simple as that. I believe that's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering, where they put those signs up, who gives them that right if it's not?
I'll instruct John to be more diligent on that, and I'll instruct the police to enforce it. So
You should literally go to each site that's active and have a conversation with them.
Okay,
This
because
is
we've had this
not-
problem
this is
before, I
about-
understand,
It's people in the park.
So they, also they're, if they do have signs that say police, we could opt over the police for the agreement that they've
I would
entered
certainly
into or
think so.
whatever.
Yeah, I would certainly think so. If you have a problem, I'd call up.
Well, I'm just concerned that they put signs up and say.
And they say- just say that they've done it, absolutely.
They haven't been
Okay.
contacted.
I'll have John look into it, no doubt.
Thank you. But I agree that even just making it that half hour is gonna, especially up in our area, is gonna be disastrous because where people are parking now, it's literally a one-way in terms of when you get to that divide with Glenwood. And the cars can only pass one at a time. And if you're gonna have construction trucks there and the school buses, and it's just not gonna work. I mean, we changed the direction and didn't let people come up for, between certain hours in the morning for the buses, so the buses get through quickly, and now you're gonna allow construction trucks. I don't think that's helping them.
Noted, Mary, thank you. Anyone else want to, for the public wish to be heard on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Anyone? Close the meeting to the public. Motion to adopt.
I'll make the motion.
I get a second.
I'll second.
Make it roll call.
Introduced by Bartolomeo, second by Monte. Councilman Henwood?
I just comment, I thought it would be a comment, I guess it was the first reading. It's half an hour. In terms of Undercliff and your particular part of the world, I can see what you're talking about with schools. This is an ordinance that's addressing town-wide construction, town-wide growth, and to get this thing done. And there is a lot of advantages starting at 7 in terms of the construction trade. I think they're going to be in place before. I think it's going to help, quite frankly, in a lot of areas with the buses. My own personal opinion, I think it makes sense. I vote yes.
Councilwoman Waller?
Yes.
Councilman Monte?
Yes.
Councilman Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Borough of Edgewater ordinance number 1523-2015, ordinance amending chapter 271, section 8B, subsection 6 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater is hereby adopted.
Very good. Ordinance, moving on, ordinance number 1524-2015, entitled an ordinance raising the minimum age for the purpose and sale of tobacco products and electronic smoking devices from 19 to 21.
Point of order, Mayor.
Certainly.
Council advises on procedure. I was the proponent of this ordinance, and of course, we all voted on the first reading for it. I'd like to table it at this time, and the reasons I'd like to table it, and I think that you don't get the comment once I ask the table, you just get the vote, it's like a resolution, but my point is, I still agree with this, we all still agree with this, I think, there's not probably any sensible person who doesn't agree with it, but the problem with this is, we will be one of 10 or 11 towns that are going to counter to the state law, state constitution. So that when a trade group then decides to sue us because they're going to pick us off because we're the first ones to do it, we will then start incurring legal fees, which are taxpayer dollars, which I don't think is appropriate. The state has a pending law, we moved to 21. You will notice resolution 2015-193 that we're going to adopt tonight is in support of the 21 on the state level. I suggest we table this at this time in anticipation of that state law, and we can all be compliant with the 21 statewide. And that would be my recommendation. How we do it, let me know.
Motion to table?
Excited.
Is that roll call? Can I get a roll call on that? Or second? You need a second for that?
Motion was made by Councilman Henwood to table. It was seconded by Councilman Bartolomeo.
Get a roll call.
Councilman Henwood.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lowell.
Yes.
Councilman Monty.
Yes.
Councilman Bartolomeo.
Yes.
Ordinance 1524-2015, ordinance raising the minimum age for purchase and sale of tobacco products and electronic smoking devices from 19 to 21 is hereby tabled.
Very good. Introduction of ordinances. Ordinance number 1525-2015. An ordinance of the Borough of Edgewater, County of Bergen, New Jersey, providing for the acquisition of a fire truck in and for the Borough of Edgewater and appropriating $550,000, therefore, providing for the issuance of $522,500 in bonds or notes for the Borough of Edgewater to finance same. Can I get an introduction for that?
I'll introduce it.
Get a second?
Intro by Councilman Bartolomeo, second by Councilwoman Waller. Councilman Henwood.
Well, comments, Mr. Mayor?
Certainly.
All right, I have to abstain because I'm a member of the volunteer fire department, that's where this truck's being allocated to, but I would like to make a comment that this truck is basically a replacement for Engine 5, which is a north end truck, which is, I think is 1987. It's been out of service for three times in the last 2 months. It's got rear ends going out of it. It's an old truck. The $550,000 for the purchase price of $522. If you guys will recall, the last couple of trucks are $750,000, $800,000, and that's the way it's been throughout the mutual aid. There's a lot of criticism about it. They're all custom trucks. They have the best of the best. TJ, our chief, our Thomas Jacobson, our fire chief, has gone out and basically bought a stock truck that's got really what we need, and that's really the way we have to go. And we basically been telling them that's the way it's going to be from now on. You know, this stock truck is very good and doable. So they really sharpened their pencil on this. The truck is absolutely needed. So I have to abstain. So.
Right, I'll just make comments on comment on the same. I spoke to TJ about this as well, and you know, the idea that we're spending a lot less than for something that's just it can provide a really good truck, I think is the right way to go with this, personally. However, you know, I just wanted to get a little bit of a comment in on that I think that we're going in the right direction in lieu of the fire that we did have here, and we definitely need to replace a truck that's over 20 years old. So that was just my comment on that. Yes, sir.
The only problem you have by you recusing yourself is we only have 3 votes.
Okay.
Capital improvement ordinance.
Do I have to recuse myself as a member?
As a member of the fire department?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so, but you
Well,
did.
well, no, I will if you won't tell me, so I just assume I would.
No, you don't have to recuse.
Well, if you're the legal advisor, if you're a lawyer and you say I don't, I mean, I don't think I
We
should.
can't introduce a
Well, that's your fault.
capital improvement ordinance, you need 4. I mean, we can do it next week or next month, it's up to you.
No, we need to do it because this price actually is only going to hold for
Yes.
a year.
You hold any office in the fire department?
Absolutely not. Just a black hat, regular guy. And I don't think it's a conflict, to tell you the truth. I think that's. Why don't don't we vote? If somebody has something to say, we can, I don't know, your call.
Well, I'd rather not table it, like we said. This is something that we.
I should have asked you previously, I didn't ask you, I
This
apologize.
is the introduction in the first place. so
Right.
I don't see any reason why you can't vote on
If there's an issue between the first and second reading, we'll bring it up.
it. If there's an issue, agree.
I can't imagine anybody with good conscience having a problem with a fire truck, but, okay.
Okay, so, did we get an introduction on this?
I have an introduction by Councilman Bartolomeo, seconded by Councilwoman Wall.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Henry.
Yes.
Councilwoman Wall.
Yes.
Councilman Monti.
Yes.
Councilman Bartolomeo.
Yes.
We have a hearing date.
Yes, Counselor. An ordinance of the Borough of Edgewater and the County of Bergen providing for the acquisition of a fire truck and for the Borough of Edgewater appropriating $550,000, therefore providing for the issuance of $522,500 in bonds and notes to the Borough of Edgewater to finance the same. It was introduced on August 17th. It does now pass its first reading, and that said ordinance will be considered for final passage in public hearing on September 14th, 2015 at 7 p.m. as soon thereafter as the matter may be reached in the municipal building, Council Chambers, 55 River Road, Edgewater, New Jersey, and that at such time and place all persons interested will be given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Ordinance is introduced.
Very good. Resolutions. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda of resolutions 2015-185 through 2015-204, please?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Can I get a roll call on those, please?
Yes, on consent agenda, Councilman Henry.
Yes.
Councilwoman Waller.
Yes.
Councilman Monti.
Yes.
Councilman Bartolomeo.
Yes.
Resolutions hereby adopted.
Very good. Council and liaison reports. We'll start with you.
Real quick,
Councilmember.
DPW, just a hats off to Tom Clinton and his men for just stepping up and getting the walkway open for us. And, good, thank you for that.
Okay. Councilman Waller?
No.
Councilman Monti?
Recreation Department, I think, deserves some kudos for the camp they ran. The trips they had, wonderful job by all. And second, even though I wasn't there, but the National Night Out, I think it was a big success. My daughter worked for Jill in the Recreation Department, and she enjoyed it immensely, and kudos to her.
Very good. Thank you, Councilman Bartolomeo.
Just that we're continuing to work on the old municipal building, with the research and stuff to move that ahead.
Okay, very good. Finally, the mayor's report. What I need to report, a couple of things here. I got a couple of letters here that I'd like to read regarding resignations. The first one was dated July 31st. Dear Mayor and Council, please accept my resignation from the Board of Health and Edgewater Historical and Cultural Committee. It has been a very rewarding serving on this committee. Thank you for allowing me to serve. Sincerely, Susan Candy. So we'll be looking to replace her, and she'll be missed. The second letter is from Dear Mayor and Council. This serves as my formal resignation as Edgewater Councilman, effective immediately. It is with deep regret that after serving as an Edgewater Councilman for several years, that I must resign due to my inability to fulfill my obligations. Edgewater has been my home since 1985. It will always hold a special place in my heart. I am proud of the board and all the accomplishments we have to strengthen the town of Edgewater and its community during my tenure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council, and the community for all their support over the years. Sincerely, Dr. David B. Jordan. So, Dr. Jordan has officially resigned from the council. We will be setting a date, we haven't got one yet, for a special meeting to appoint a councilman, councilwoman. We'll probably come up with that date within the next couple of days. And tentatively, yes, sir.
I'd just like to point out that I had the pleasure of serving with Dr. Dave and Vince Monti, obviously, Lou Vidal, along with me. Others haven't. And I just want to point out that, while he's got some challenges ahead of him, he was great on health issues, health department, senior citizens, safety. He was always about safety in town, the lights and different technologies we could use. Big proponent of real turf, synthetic turf for all the fields. He really understood that going from 13,000 population, the program we needed, the things we had to provide the kids and others. And he was just a big opponent of the athletic facilities being the best they could. And he was just a great guy, and I'm going to miss him. And I think that, you know, your suggestion of maybe sending out a fruit basket to the vet home where he's recuperating is a good idea. You can share it with the other vets, maybe from the town, we can send it. Everybody gets a plaque, but he's just a great guy, and we're going to miss him.
Okay, very good. And again, we will have that posted as far as the tentative date for the special meeting to appoint that council person, so it will be up on within the next couple of days. Okay?
The Democratic Caucus.
And also, one other appointment we need to make, there was a vacancy on the library board, and Linda Farrell, who I know personally, seen her in the neighborhood many times, she's agreed to be a member of the library board, so I'd like to make that appointment.
Excellent.
Okay? And with that said, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So,
Yes.
You need to appoint the consent board for the library?
I don't think that's fair.
I think that's my point, correct? Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So,
Roll call.
Councilman Edwards?
yes.
Councilman Waller?
Yes.
Councilman Monty? Yes. Councilman Bartolome?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.
Very good, thank you.